In today's jungle, I want to touch on some item that's been making the rounds in the news. Ghana has dropped 30 places on the World Press Freedom Index. And as expected, critics have gone to town with it and talking about how we're clamping down, Ghana is clamping down on freedom of speech and everything. But when it comes to the jungle, we always have to look at a 360 look about this whole issue. As you know, with the advent of social media came with a lot of conspiracy theories, misinformation, and disinformation. And sometimes people just flat out cross the line and outright lie. In addition to the lie, they even incite violence. You don't need to look far. Look at the United States. The beacon of democracy is right now on the verge of coming undone because some people are hiding behind freedom of speech, spreading false information, inciting violence, all in the name of free speech. So if you're a leader and you are confronted with this, what do? Do you just allow unfettered freedom of speech, or you put some controls on it? Now, we're not talking about Russia type of censorship. Well, if you say the wrong word, you go to jail or we kill you. But confronted with today's phenomenon of misinformation, incitement of violence, and all those stuff, if you find yourself in national leadership, what would you do? Would you allow still unfettered freedom of speech and allow your opposition to use that, abuse that, and potentially lie his way to replace you? And at this point, I'm not even talking about party, whichever party that finds itself in power. The opposition, we've seen the NPP, let's face it, we've seen the NPP come up with pictures about Muhammad's building in Dubai and all that, whether that was true or not. But it impacts voters, whether they're true or not. And now that the NPP is in power, of course, the opposition is also going to do the same thing. So at the end of the day, if you're confronted with misinformation, disinformation, which until now was okay, was at the mild level, but it has come to the point where it is inciting people, misleading people, because nobody reads anymore. They look at videos edited. What would you do as a leader? I don't know. But could this be that when you put controls on media and people, even that blows that one too out of proportion? For example, if I sit here and I say Nana Akufo-Addo has done ABC and it's not true, well, they have the courts, they can take me to court and prosecute me civilly for defamation of character. But if the statement that I made has the potential of inciting violence, that's where a crossover to the criminal realm, at which point the national security might pick me up. It happened under all four governments in the Fourth Republic. And so I want us to look at the nation, I mean, United States, Ghana, the rest of the world. We are at a crossroads. Should we allow unfettered freedom of speech and allow those who want to abuse it, or do we want to place some controls over those and risk being blown out of proportion that we're now jailing journalists? It's a question that we all have to ask. But at today's jungle, I wanted to bring those two sides so that you make your own decision. This is the jungle. Stay tuned for my guests. We'll be right back.